Now before I start, you might be asking yourselves, hey, Dean, aren't you a little congested to be making a video? And, well...
Yes I am.
But, you know what they say. Show must go on! So the new Sony spaceship has been announced, and soon Elon Musk will be using it to fly us all to Mars, and that's cool and all, but the important thing is the games. So we're going to talk about them.
The magic.
Okay, see, right off the bat, we can just skip this one because we all already have this game. Everyone's already played it. Next.
Now it's your turn. Go be a hero, Miles.
The first Spider-Man was amazing, and the Into the Spider-Verse movie obviously was incredible. So the chance to bring more of that together and let us all play it, I'm on board. I mean, granted, this is also kind of the same game we've already played, but they're going to expand on it and add some stuff, and overall, it should be decent. Probably not full price, though. Like, this isn't one you buy for $60, because it's just an expansion on a game you already own, which will probably be backwards compatible anyway. So I would wait to see if there's either an update patch you can just get to apply on top of the old game, or wait until this thing hits greatest hits, because it will, and pick it up for half price. Okay, sure, it looks pretty, but honestly, racing sims are really boring at this point. It's just the same tracks we've all been racing on since the first Gran Turismo back on the PlayStation. It's, for the most part, the same cars made by the same companies, maybe a couple of years later, but otherwise, there's nothing new happening here. So, meh. And that's coming from someone that actually enjoys racing games.
Ratchet. We are too late. Ratchet?
Who?
Okay, now was that a girl Ratchet? Because y'all are gunning for that furry community, ain't ya? Don't get me wrong, it's a good way to go. They secretly run the internet, but you're a bunch of kinky little buggers. New open world RPG from Square, and there's a giant dragon. Yeah, I'm in. I mean, it's a cool cutscene. It is. Looks great. But are the robots the good guys? Are they the bad guys? Are they NPCs that don't even matter? What about the cat? Are we playing as the cat? Are we trying to catch the cat? Does the cat not matter? Is it an RPG? Is it a platformer, a puzzle game, a shooter? Like, really, there's nothing. Nothing. I know as much about this game now as I did before I knew it existed. What was the point of this trailer?
Each time I awake, this planet seems somehow different. As if changing. This world is becoming part of me, infecting my mind.
A horror sci-fi shooter. I can get on board. I mean, it's been done, but this one looks pretty neat, and I was a fan of Fear and Prey and a few of the other sci-fi horror shooter-y thingies, so yeah, this could be cool. I'm not gonna lie, I've never actually played the Little Big Planet games. I've always meant to. They look great, and they're everything that I'm normally all about. It's a platformer, which I enjoy, and it has built-in level editor, which is a concept I've loved since playing Lode Runner and Penguin Land way back in the day. It's got colorful, fun graphics. Like, everything about it is great. I just, for whatever reason, have never gotten around to them. So, who knows? This might be the one I finally play. And if not, then it's another game to sit on the shelf and mock me.
It is Jett and a whole host of heavy hitters. It's time for Destruction Allstars!
Not gonna lie, this looks fun. This reminds me of like Burnout, or going back a little further, Twisted Metal. This I would play. However, this looks like it was designed entirely for online multiplayer. It's basically Rocket League 2.0. Instead of soccer, it's Demolition Derby. But this is going to be an online-only kind of interaction thing, and therefore I sadly will never play this game. Honestly, with all the emphasis on the little minions in here and how it looks like you can use them to fight and solve puzzles and stuff, this actually reminds me of the Overlord games. Just a little more colorful. And I'm completely on board for that. Those were amazing games.
To do that thing you've always meant to do. Sometimes I feel like I'm just standing on the edge of doing great things. But something's holding me back.
Okay, is this some weird furry dating sim thing? I mean, don't get me wrong, if so, great, whatever, there's an audience for that. But actually, if nothing else, this reminds me of a video I meant to make a while back. So let's loop back to that next weekend, because I have a video that's not at all going to be a surprise now.
You must find your full voice.
Okay, and this is a cool surprise. Oddworld has always been a great franchise. They've put out consistently fun and funny games. The graphics are always just interesting and cool, and they do some great world building. And I'm genuinely excited for this one. You can't tell from my lack of expression, but let's loop back to the whole congested thing I said at the beginning. Allergies are fun. But yeah, no, this'll be good for sure.
You see things others can't.
Now, I know this is going to sound weird because the trailer was very pretty and well made. Like, visually, it was great. But this game just looks very generic. Like, sorry, I have to cut myself off. I notice I'm always looking at the preview screen and not at the lens. Can you guys notice the difference? Like, is it, like right now, does it look like I'm looking at you? I just don't, okay, sorry. Anyway, the game looks very generic. Like, it doesn't look like anything that matters. Basically, it's very shiny shovelware, which is impressive, but also kind of sad that, I mean, that's a lot of effort into something that doesn't matter. My computer just restarted itself. Oh, I can't do that voice when I'm congested. Holy shit. See, there's another one. There's spaceships, and there's other planets. I see that. But what else? What's the rest of the game? Like, am I just traversing through space? Is it asteroids? Is it Space Invaders? Is it SimCity and space? Like, I need to know what the game is. Show me the game. Yeah, this was another one that just looked really generic. And also, what the heck was that trailer music? I mean, the music itself, it's fine, whatever. If that's your deal, great. But for a fantasy set hack and slash. It was just, I don't know, very odd choice. Alright, so an indie art house kind of game. Kind of reminiscent of Journey. I could give this a go. Oddly, I love the Hitman movie, the first one, because Timothy Olyphant is the man, honestly. But the games never drew me in. It just, I don't know, something about the stealth thing, it wasn't my deal. But I know they're popular. Although, I'm curious about the title. Hitman 3? Isn't there like a crap ton of these? Okay, yeah, so I just looked it up. This is the 8th mainline game. 10th if you count the spin-offs. So, the heck is that title? I mean, you know, RIP to anyone that likes to alphabetize their collections. Alright, that character is way too cutesy and innocent, and the internet, and specifically Rule 34, are just going to destroy this. I can tell. It's going to happen. Holy crap, is this a CDI sequel? Seriously though, it actually kind of looks like a mix of the Kena game and the Solar Ash game from earlier, which is disappointing that it came now in the presentation because we already saw those. It's a little fantasy, a little artsy, but it does have a dragon, so I'll give it that. It might be worth picking up, but this is another one, kind of like Spider-Man. I don't think I'd do full price. I would wait on this one till it goes on sale, because it will. And that's assuming it's full price to begin with. Because it's an indie art house kind of deal, it might launch at like 30 or 40, in which case, yeah, grab it.
I ain't trying to break you down, but for real, you might as well give up now. Think you...
Oh. I'm sorry, what? I wasn't watching that. Let's just, next.
Amazing, aren't they? Half bug, half snack. A very recently discovered species, entirely unique to this island. Oh, this one's lively. Beautiful seed patterns. Oh, and it's tasty too. Welcome to the island of Bugsnax.
Okay, so you eat food, and then you become the food, and then you eat more food. So, cannibalism. I mean, it gives me kind of like a weird Viva Pinata vibe, but again, with cannibalism. So, that's a thing. another reprint. I'm just going to go ahead and pass on this one. Look, Sony, if you want me to play your PS3 games on the PS5, why don't you just give us proper backward compatibility like Microsoft is doing? I mean, they figured it out, and they can't even figure out the fact that they're making a game console and not a kitchen appliance.
It's cold!
Hope you're ready to loot! Die already!
Busted! Die!
Wasn't this in the last year's E3? Yeah, I thought so. I mean, they changed the trailer, so bully for them on that, but still, if you're not going to be ready in the year you present it, don't present it. Because now, it's too late. I'm just going to use last year's review. This looks really stupid. Okay, so wait, I can't even tell anymore. Is Resident Evil a horror thing or a shooter? Because I know they've always done both, and there's always been fans, and that's great. But I feel like at this point, they need to do one or the other. Like, they're trying too hard at both, and it's not as good as I feel like the franchise could be. I feel like they definitely need to focus on one or the other. And then, yeah, it'd be better. Preferably the horror aspect, because, let's be honest, there's way too many shooters already. Okay, what the hell did I just watch? It was another CGI fest where you got no footage of a game, so I have no idea what just happened. But I will say, at least this time, it was a far more interesting CGI fest. But I don't know what this is, so I can't get excited.